Hey divas, what's going on? I have been gone for a while. I think it's been almost 2 months at this point. I know it's been at least a month and a half because the last time I posted on YouTube was, I think, like 45 days ago. I think that's what YouTube Studio told me. Oh, it's worse. It's 48 days ago. So almost 2 months, like two and a half, like a month and a half. I've been gone. I know, I've been busy. I have been working like a lot, and I actually, my work life kind of got thrown upside down for the most part, because a lot of change happened like all at once, which is never an ideal situation for anybody, but for me, it was definitely not an ideal situation because there was literally like three people working. It was like me and two, it was me, one other person, and my manager. And then my manager left. He resigned like 3 weeks earlier than he was supposed to stay until his like last day. While it was like in the middle of like us doing like live coverage and stuff of NASCAR stuff. So it was a lot. It was a lot all at once. But things have finally kind of settled down a little bit now that NASCAR's on NBC and I don't work for NBC, so stress level went down. But I was traveling a lot for work. I was in Delaware for Dover, and then I was also in Indy for the Brickyard 400, which was really cool to see in person. Was so awesome to see Bubba win and get that win. Like, he won a crown jewel as like his race to block him into the playoffs, which is fucking insane. Which is so cool. Absolutely love that for him. It was hot both weekends. Like, it was so hot. I was dying. And then when I was in Dover, actually, those like 2 weeks were like just pure chaos. I feel like in my brain, like the week before was just pure anxiety and stress, and then the 2 weeks after following that was just chaotic, and just so much was going on. Like, so much was happening, and it has finally felt like things have calmed down, which I'm like, slay. Which is why I'm like now able to actually like talk to you guys. But while I was in Dover, I was so the day I got to Dover, I flew in like in the middle of the afternoon. I think my flight was at like 1 or something. So I left Hartsfield Jackson at like 1 o'clock. Flight was fine, like didn't have any issues. Like, I know a lot of people who've been flying lately have been like having a lot of problems when it comes to like being at the airport. There are like flights being canceled and everything. I didn't have any of those problems. I haven't had any of those problems. Knock on wood. I don't even think that's wood. It looks not real. This is not wood. I know that for these bookshelves aren't real wood. I don't think I have real wood in my room. Whatever. But no problem with the flight. Drove, and I was staying like an hour away from the track because Dover is quite literally in the middle of nowhere. There's like, it's like a bunch of strip malls and the track, and then behind the track is a casino slash hotel that everybody goes to. Wasn't there. It was not staying there. It would have been really funny if I was. That would have been hilarious. But I was staying an hour away. So like I landed, I went, got my rental car, everything, didn't have any problems. Start driving down because I needed to go pick up my credentials. So the reason why I had the flight that I had was because I wanted to make sure that I got there in time to like pick up my credentials and stuff, so I didn't have to worry about it on Saturday and like, like dealing with all that. And like the ARCA race was going on, so I was like, okay, well, if I get my credentials, I could go into the infield and like be fine and whatever. That's not what happened. So I'm driving down from the airport. I pass where my hotel is. I don't stop because I was like, by the time I landed and got my rental car, I was like, well, the credentials office closes at 6. So I was like, I need to get there in time. I hit so much traffic driving from, because I flew into Philly. For driving from Philly to Dover, I hit so much traffic. I think I was driving for like almost 2 hours, which is just insane. It was supposed to be like an hour long trip. It was not. It was like almost 2.5 hours, like 2 hours, 2.5, I think. just because I kept hitting so much traffic and it was like raining and it just like wasn't, it was not it. And then I get to the track and I go to the credentials office and they're like, oh, the person you're supposed to get your credentials from left at 5. And I was like, great. I got there at literally 5:45, like 15 minutes before the office closed for the day. They're like, she'll be here tomorrow morning. And I was like, okay. And so I just kind of like sat in my car and did some work because I was meeting a friend down there for dinner. And so I stayed, got dinner, left, drove back up north of Delaware for an hour. Get to my hotel, it's like 9:30, 9:45. It's been a long fucking day because I got up super early to get to the airport. Super early. I got up at like 8:30, got ready for the day, made sure I had everything, drove to the airport at like 9, got there at like 10, was there from like, I got through security and everything. I was at my gate at like 11. So I was like at the gate for like an hour before we started boarding because you board like 45 minutes before the plane takes off. I'd been up all day, like I was traveling all day, like I was tired. And so I get to the hotel, I get all my bags out, I get into the lobby and I check in and they're like, oh, by the way, the whole hotel does not have AC. I was like, what? I was like, well, that's fine. Like, do the windows open in the room? And she's like, no. It was cooler outside than it was in the fucking hotel. I was like, you're joking. So I didn't have any AC in my room. My room was like at 80 fucking degrees. The windows didn't open. So the way that I kind of like cooled myself down is I took a fucking cold shower. Like, I have never taken a cold shower before and not like been freezing my fucking ass off, but because it was so hot in the room, it felt so nice. Like, I was like, I don't want to leave the shower because I know the second I step out of this bathroom and into that room, like, to like go to bed, like I'm going to be sweaty and gross. Like, being in the cold water was like better than being out of it in my room. So I was like, okay, whatever. I text my new manager and I was like, hey, by the way, there's no AC in this hotel. And then the people who like handle the like bookings and stuff like became aware of the situation because everyone that works for the company that was there was staying at this hotel and no one had AC. So I was like, yeah, no. And I take SSRIs. Like I take antidepressants and I take 2 SSRIs. So I don't take just one, I take 2. I take one for depression, one for anxiety. So me in the heat is a very horrible situation because SSRIs do not like regulate your body temperature in the heat and you're prone to overheating. So I was like, okay, I'm going, like my new manager was like, hey, like, do you want me to like look and book you in a new hotel? And I was like, I'm going to be so honest right now. I was like, I'm exhausted. The idea of like packing up all of my shit and like, cause like at that, like I got in and I like immediately like wanted to take a shower because I was sweaty. It was hot as fuck outside. Like, it was humid and gross. Like, it was just disgusting. And so he was like, do you want me to book you a new hotel? And I was like, I will stick it out for tonight. I was like, if it's not fixed by tomorrow, then yes, because I am on medication that I am prone to overheating. And he's like, well, it also is the middle of summer and I wouldn't expect you, even if you weren't on that medication, to deal with that because that's insane. Like, he was like, that's crazy. So I'm sometimes really smart and I go prepared. So when the Atlanta race happened, I was there, and the first day I was at the Atlanta race, I was overheating so bad that the next morning, before I even went to the track, I stopped at Target and I picked up like a mini fan because it was like the only place that had them in stock as I was like heading down there. So I like made a stop on my way down to the track and like I bring it with me to every race because like I overheat so much. So I'm like, well, at least I have this like little portable fan that I can recharge and everything. So I had that in my backpack and I was like, okay. I was like, if I can set this up in a way where it's sitting there and pointing at me as I'm sleeping, I might be okay. So I didn't sleep under the covers. I slept without a blanket. I I like sleep in like shorts and a tank top usually anyway. So like I was in my regular pajamas. I had it like I'm gonna show a picture of like what the setup looked like. So I had like books because my friend brought me a bunch of books when we met up for dinner that they wanted to give me. So I had all of the books that they gave me. I then took, like, I stacked the books up so they were the correct height on the bedside table in the hotel, put the fan on there, had my water bottle behind it so it was, like, propped up and wouldn't move, and then on either side of the fan, like, put another book so it would sit still and, like, wouldn't, like, fall over. Somehow it worked. I was able to sleep. I barely slept, but like I was able to sleep. I did wake up like every 2 hours because I was still hot. Like it was still 80. It eventually got up to like 83 degrees in my room. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. So I got up super early, went to the track super early, was at the track for, I want to say like 12 to 14 hours. I actually don't know how long I was there. It was a long day because I was doing like media stuff with drivers and everything, and so like and Mamba, like I was working with Mamba Smith. So like I was doing a lot of shit. Dover's a really cool track to be at though. When I got there it was like practice was going on, and like to get into the infield they don't have like a tunnel that goes underneath. It's like a walkway over, so I'm walking over the track as there are cars on track for practice, which was fucking cool. Like it was just really cool. It was super cool. But I at the end of that day, like the race got rained out for Xfinity. So I got an email as I'm like in the media center, and they were like, "Hey, we're aware of the situation, blah blah blah. If you need us to book you a new hotel, let us know." And so I emailed them. I'm like, "Hey, I have a medical thing. Like, I can't stay in a hot hotel. Like, I will die." And so she was like, "Okay, don't worry about it. Like, I will cancel your room." She was like, "Have your manager like book you a new hotel room." And I was like, "Sick, cool." So he sent me a few, and I was like, "Do this one, like whatever." And so I managed to. I didn't get back to the hotel until like 9 again that night. So like I got back to the hotel, packed up all of like had to repack all my shit, get in the car, and go to the other hotel. And they had AC, which was great, and I slept like a fucking baby because I'm that type of person that like when I'm in a hotel room and it's summer, that the AC is being set to as low as it can be. I'm sleeping in a refrigerator, okay? Like it will be as cold as it can possibly get, and I sleep like a fucking baby. Like I need it to be cold like to fall asleep. Like in the winter sometimes this sounds insane. Sometimes in the winter if the heat in my room is like way too hot, because sometimes my room, like when the heat is on in this house and you're in my room, where my vents are, it gets so hot so fast. So sometimes I'll close the vent and open the window in the winter and sleep with the window open. And my dad fucking hates it because he's like, "I have the heat on." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm sweating to death. So like I can't, like I need it to be cold because I need blankets. Cuz if I don't have a blanket on, like it's like the whole anxiety thing of like I have a weighted blanket, I do use it, but also I overheat when I sleep too. So like it needs to be freezing fucking cold in, in order for me to sleep. And I slept like a damn baby that night, and I actually got to sleep, which was nice. So I was at the hotel for like 2 nights, and then I left that Monday morning, which I had to wake up at like 4 in the morning to get to the airport in time and like return the rental car, and it was just not it. I did not appreciate it. But yeah. So I've been gone cuz I've been traveling for work, and I'm not going to lie, when I would get home and on my off days, when like I'm off today, so like I usually work on like my YouTube content stuff on the days that I'm off, because I don't really have time when I'm working. Obviously, I work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. So, but those 2 weeks that I was traveling, like my off days were being utilized for resting and like recharging. So I quite literally was not doing anything. I was trying to sleep as much as I could, and then like actually like get like replenish my energy and myself, because being on the track in the heat for multiple days in a row is very draining. And like right after Dover, I was home for 3 days, and then I left to go to Indy. So like, and then I was in Indy for 3 days. So like it was, it's just like it's super like. And when I was in India, I was doing a million and five things. The first day that I was working for 16 hours, which was so much fun. It was so great because I had to get to the track early to do more media stuff, and then I was running around doing media stuff after that, and then after that was the truck race, so I had to go cover the truck race, so I was working so late that day. I don't think I got back to my hotel until like 12 in the morning, and I was exhausted, and oh my god, I swear to god, like all of the travel shit that was going on, it was never like the actual traveling was the problem. Like I said, had no issues with flights, rental cars, none of that. When I got to the hotel in Indy, there was a fucking church conference going on. And I was staying at the Marriott in downtown, so like the Marriott hotels like have ballrooms and stuff. So they were hosting the like part of the conference in the hotel. There were over, I think they said like 40,000 people were in attendance at this like youth church place. And I was like, I was like, be so fucking for real. I was like, not only have I been at the track for 16 hours. No, that was when I got in. I was traveling and was exhausted because I drove to the airport through Atlanta at 5 p.m., which if you don't live here, well, Atlanta rush hour never ends. I like from literally from like 7 a.m. until like 8 p.m. there's traffic. You just like you cannot get on 85 and not hit traffic if you're driving through the city. Especially during the week. Holy shit. And I was traveling on Thursday night. I was traveling. So I left at like I left my house at like 3:30. My flight was at like 8 or something. 7 or 8. I actually don't remember. Who texted me? I got an Apple Watch, and I absolutely love it. I got it refurbished, and it was only $200, so... Anyway, so I was traveling... driving through Atlanta at rush hour traffic. I was hungry. I was tired because I worked the entire day already. Like, I worked 8 hours before I left, so I had been up since 8 o'clock. Drove to Atlanta, was hungry. Fucking security was a nightmare because they only had like 2 lanes open. For whatever fucking reason, I don't know why. They only had 2 lanes open, and then you had like the TSA pre-check, which I need to get because holy fucking shit. And I swear to God, like there are people that go to the airport and they act like they've never been to the airport before. Like, hey, now you don't have to take anything out of your bag. So all you have to do, like at least with the Atlanta airport, you don't have to take your shoes off anymore. You don't have to take out your electronics. All you gotta do is make sure you have your fucking ID ready to go to scan. You get in line, you put your shit on the thing to go through the x-ray machine. You get in line, you walk through the thing, and then you're done. It's not that hard, but for some reason, for people, it is like the most challenging experience for them, and I don't understand why. And I was already in a shitty mood because I was angry, I was hungry, and I was annoyed because I was in Atlanta traffic for fucking 45 minutes. And I was like going to be late to my gate, and I was like, dude, I'm actually going to scream. So by the time I got to Indy and I got that rental car and everything, and like it was like late at night. Our luggage took forever to get onto the luggage belt for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I was sitting at the thing for like 25-30 minutes before they even started unloading anything. And like I was not one of the first few people on the plane either. Like I stopped to go to the bathroom and like whatever. Took my sweet ass time getting to the luggage belt. And I'm just like, bruh. Because, like, we landed a little bit early, too. So, like, I was like, okay, well, my rental car isn't ready until 9:30 anyway, so I gotta, like, wait. But I was like, dude, why is it taking 8 years for our luggage to arrive? Like, the fuck? Usually when at the Atlanta airport, Hartsfield-Jackson is, like, one of my favorite airports ever. A lot of people hate it because they're like, it's too big. I'm like, it's not, though. It's not hard to navigate, I promise you. But, like, they always have my luggage going on the conveyor belt by the time I get there. Like, even when I went through internationally, like, that shit, they had it locked and loaded and ready to go. Like, I don't know why it takes forever, but, like, Indy is an international airport, too, so I genuinely don't know. It was a cool airport. I was just annoyed that, like, I guess because it was late, I don't know. So, by the time I got to my rental car, I did eat, but, like, I was tired and cranky, and I just wanted to go to bed. I wanted to take a shower and go to sleep. Thankfully, my hotel had AC, because if it didn't, I probably would have crashed out. Like, I probably would have lost my mind on someone. However, it was the worst third option. So, they had a bunch of lanes closed in downtown Indianapolis because there was construction going on. And then on top of it, there was this church conference happening. So it was like 40,000 people. It was mainly youth. It was like a youth church convention or something. And their parents. And because I was staying at the Marriott Hotel, they were hosting parts of it there. I pull up to the Marriott. I pull into the, because, like, I get there. I'm stuck at this like, people are, like, trying, like, the cops are stopping traffic and directing traffic for no reason. Like, there was absolutely zero reason for them to be out in the street and causing problems. But I pull into the Marriott, like, driveway, like, where the valet thing is. And I roll down the window and I look at the guy and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And he started laughing. And I was like, what is happening? And he was like, there's some, like, church conference happening. And I was like, okay, can I park down in the lot? He was like, are you checking in? I was like, yeah. I was like, I like, was supposed to check in, like, an hour ago. And he was like, okay, well, he was like, yeah, there should be some spaces down there. He's like, if you can't find a space, come back up here. I'll help you out. And I was like, okay, thank you. And so I go down. I find the last spot that is left in the hotel parking lot. I get all my shit. I go in. There are, like, swarms of people. The lobby is full. It is so loud. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm annoyed. And I was like, I don't want to fucking be. I was like, are you kidding me? And leading up to this, my manager couldn't find me a rental car. He was like, every car is booked from the airport. And I was like, that makes no sense. He was like, well, maybe a lot of fans are going. And I was like, I'm going to be so real with you right now. NASCAR has had the lowest attendance in races in years because shit's too expensive. I was like, it's not NASCAR fans. And then I get there and I texted him and I said, there's a fucking church conference going on. That's why there were no rental cars. We had to, like, go through, like, Turo, I think is what it's called. Like, people rent their cars to you or whatever. Anyway, so I get to the desk and I, like, go up and the guy's like, hi, how are you? And I guess you could see it on my face that I was not in a good mood because I'm one of those people that's like, my mood is expressed on my face, but also I have RBF, so, like, that doesn't help. But, like, I was not in a good headspace. I was like, bro, I just want to check in. He was like, well, like, what? He was like, does it matter what floor? I was like, I really don't care. He was like, it's just so loud. And he goes, okay, I'm gonna put you on a higher floor. Put your room very far away from the elevator. I said, thank you. The room was really nice. Like, everyone there was super sweet. Didn't have any issues. My family came up for the Brickyard 400, so they were up there for the last 2 days that I was there, which was great. I just, like, eventually the church conference ended. I think it was Saturday. Like, by Saturday, they were all gone. But I was just like, and, like, Friday night, too, like, I got back to the hotel at, like, 12 a.m. The lobby was still full of people. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? I was like, don't you all have to, like, be up early tomorrow? Like, you guys gotta go, like, praise Jesus or whatever. Like, why are you still up? Go to your room. And so it was, like, waiting for the elevator, like, took forever, too. But, yeah. So that's where I've been. That was a really long rant. I have a lot to update you guys about. So, but yeah, like I said, like, my days off have been, like, me, like, trying to, like, physically reset. And those 2 weeks that I was traveling and everything, like, I wasn't going to the gym. I was, like, working all the time. I was traveling, which, like, when I travel, I get really tired after a while. I love to travel. I love the airport. I'm, like, one of those freaks that loves going to the airport. But, like, it was exhausting, and, like, I missed my bed and my cat and my house. So, like, it, like, after those 2 weeks were up, I was like, I am clinically exhausted and I can't even think about doing like a podcast episode or finishing this video script that I have that's been sitting on my computer for 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks, like a month. I started it after I uploaded my last video, so like a month and a half ago. And I thought I was gonna finish it, and then like work caught up with me, and like all of this shit happened. So I was like, ha ha ha, I'm just trying to keep my stress levels down and doing other work that is fun for me. Like, it's still work though. It's still effort you have to put into a video script. And like this next video is a lot of research based. So like I was doing a lot of research, and I was like, my brain can't compute what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna take a step back. Hopefully, I'm hoping to finish that video script soon, and then I've been simultaneously working on one as like it's another video reading vlog, so stay tuned. But yeah, so I've been gone, but like I wasn't going to the gym or anything, and that like it just sucks because like I've been going to the gym for the past 6 months, and it's been great. I'm not gonna lie, like I feel so much better about myself, and like I feel like I'm able to do more, I guess. Like, my stamina is a lot more throughout the day. Like, I'm not as tired. And I don't have to drink as much caffeine anymore either, which is nice. And, like, obviously, like, it helps with mental health stuff, too. Like, it doesn't cure you, but it does help in combination with my antidepressants. So it's, like, the two are working together really hard. But, like, because like I've been seeing this like trend of like people talking about like recession indicators or whatever. It's like this new thing. Like people like love to be like, oh, that's a recession indicator. It's like, no, this is just reality, but sure, okay. And one of them was like, more people are going to the gym because diet culture is up. And I was like, I don't know if that's why. Like maybe like a bit of it is like, yeah, like this like toxic like perception of like body image is returning. But if somebody's gonna go to the gym because they want to feel more comfortable in their own skin, that's their prerogative and not yours. Like you don't get to tell someone like why they should or should not go to the gym. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have always been like a pretty average body type. Like I have a, what is the word? Hourglass figure, like, but like I have always struggled with body dysmorphia, so like it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, like to some people like I have the ideal body type, but like to me sometimes like that's not at all what I see. And so like I've been going to the gym because there are goals that I want to meet and things that I want to do, and I want to feel comfortable in my own skin and like actually not flip the fuck out every time I look in the mirror and be like, you know what I mean? So, like, I have certain... Why is there a man outside the house? Go away. Anyway. But, like, I've felt a lot better about myself lately, and, like, it's really nice. Like, there's still goals that I want to hit, and, like, a certain way I want to look, but that's for me. It's not for anyone else. Like, for me, it's more of convenience. Like, I'm a thicker person. I have thick-ass thighs. I always have. They're a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. Like, I love them. I do. But... chafing during the summer is the worst feeling in the world, and like I said, prone to overheating, so I sweat a lot. So chafing sucks ass. I hate wearing shorts, but even when you wear like pants, my pants always rip like right on like the inner thigh because the fabric is rubbing together. So like they always rip there, and it's just so annoying. And it's so inconvenient. Like, I love them, I do. Like, I got nice glutes and everything too, but like, goddamn, I want to be able to like have pants for a long period of time and not chafe during the summer. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Like, God, I just want it to be convenient. Who the fuck is outside my house? By going to the gym, feeling a lot better about myself, like actually taking my health seriously, but like, I disagree that it's a recession indicator. I think it's just people are just being more health conscious, especially now with like, for some reason, RFK and his brainworm are in charge of the country's health for whatever reason. So, I think you should be conscious of like what you're putting in your body and how you're taking care of yourselves because you feel better about yourself. Like, it has literally, like, altered, like, how I am as a person. And, like, I'm more muscular, like, you can kind of see, like, I, like, have more muscle and, like, I feel better about myself. Like, it's really nice. It's really nice. Anyway, so that's pretty much all of my life updates. Now let's get into some fun, like, fangirl moments. I've realized that I am a fangirl through and through. I always will be, and it will never stop because, like, it's just been my way of life forever. And what I'm about to talk about is very, very prominent of that. Anyway, Spider-Man is filming right now in Glasgow, and I'm not gonna lie, there's that one picture. All of the pictures from set, I like squeal like a little like fucking animal because I get so excited. Like, life is worth living again because Spider-Man is filming at the moment, and like all of these, like, because they're filming out in public in the city, so like people are taking pictures obviously. But there was one picture of Spider-Man standing on top of a car, and there's like a bunch of people like taking a picture of him, and he has like so much, like, I keep seeing people being like, this is like the ultimate photo of aura, and I agree. Like, it's just so fucking cool. Like, I'm like, damn, that is Spider-Man. Like, that is Spider-Man. And like, there are videos of people like being at like dinner or like lunch or something, and they're like filming, and like you see Spider-Man and all these stunts happening in the middle of the road. And I was like, Spider-Man might just be real. Like, they're not actually just filming. Like, Spider-Man is just real. That's just him. He's like hanging out. But I'm super excited because they keep like releasing like information about it. Like, San Diego Comic-Con happened already. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I want to say a week ago. I actually don't know. So like a lot of stuff was coming out of that. But I do have a few theories because they have added people as cast. They added Sadie Sink and Joe Keery, which is very interesting. Very excited for that. But they haven't confirmed what Sadie Sink's role is, and everyone's like, it's Mary Jane. I'm like, we already have an MJ. We don't need another one. Like, what are you talking? Anyway. And then there were people saying that she's gonna be Gwen Stacy, and I was like, yeah, no. I don't think that that's gonna happen, but sure. I do think that Joe Keery might be playing Harry Osborn, and I think that they're going to bring him in, and we're gonna get a whole Green Goblin like plotline, like they did in Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I don't know how prominent he's going to be. I'm just really curious. I think they're gonna bring him into the MCU. I'm pretty sure. And like they've already like done like the whole like multiverse thing. I do believe that Andrew and Toby both have been contracted for 2 more movies. I'm pretty sure. But I do think they're prepping to bring Miles Morales into the MCU. The reason why I say this is because Tom Holland has talked about, like, he has this movie and then one more, and then I believe he's doing New Avengers, and that's it. Like, he was contracted for 5 Spider-Man movies, and then I think he has like the one more Marvel film. And he said after New Avengers, he's going to take a break from acting, which, like, I don't blame him. Man has been like filming, like, he went directly from filming The Odyssey to filming Spider-Man. Like, that's insane. Like, you go from like fucking, like, you go from a Christopher Nolan set to a Marvel set. Both of those are very 2 different experiences, but they're like, it's like high volume stuff. Like, good lord. But I think they're prepping for Miles Morales because Tom has talked about wanting to like pass the torch, essentially. Like, he doesn't want the Spider-Man universe to die within the MCU. He wants to just pass it to a new character, and I think the best way to do that is bring Miles in. And I think that's always been the plan with Sony. I think they've always wanted to bring Miles into the MCU because, like, we've gotten Miles with Into the Spider-Verse. Like, we got the like Venom tease in Into the Spider-Verse, or Beyond the Spider-Verse. That's what it was. So, like, I think that, like, they're going to, like, it's going to, like, come together in a way. Which, to me, makes the most... I'm very excited to see, like, what they would do for Miles, because this is such a beautiful opportunity for a young Black, Hispanic actor to get this like huge opportunity, and I am excited to see what they plan on doing, because like Tom is not a baby anymore. Like he is a full grown ass adult. Like him and Zendaya are getting married. Like he has a life he wants to live, and like I don't blame him. Like he's been working for fucking ever, and like passing that torch would just like open up a whole new realm of stuff that like we've never seen before. And I think bringing Miles into the MCU would be really cool. They just can't fuck it up. But like, I'm gonna be so honest. The Spider-Man movies are the only ones that lately that I've seen are the only ones that like to me don't suck. Until I went and saw Fantastic Four. Wait, before I get to that, I also think MJ's gonna die. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do think that she's going to die because they've been talking about Zendaya's role in the movie, and like they've confirmed that she's going to be in the film, but her role is going to be minimal but super important. That was the quote. Okay, minimal but super important only means one thing to me, and that they're gonna kill her off because, like, yeah, he lost May, but like, you also, like, Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker lost Uncle Ben and then Gwen, okay? Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker lost Uncle Ben, and like, that was his main thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it, and it's so funny because MCU fans are like Spider-Man MCU fans are like, yes, make him sad, make him depressed, ruin his life, take everyone away from him. So I do think that MJ's gonna die, and like before she dies, she remembers who he is or whatever, and like it's gonna be this whole thing. That's just my theory. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but anyway, back to Fantastic Four. I absolutely love the movie. I thought it was so good. It was genuinely really funny, and it is the first Marvel film in a long time that I think was actually successful. Every Marvel movie that has come out lately has felt so flat. I didn't go see Thunderbolts. I didn't care. They didn't make me care. Like, they were doing promotions and stuff for it, and I was just like, this just doesn't look like it would be a fun time. But I've heard people say that's really good, and like, I love Bucky Barnes. I do. I love Yelena. I do. I just stopped giving a shit about that version of the timeline and everything. And everyone said it was really good, so I need to see it. But like, I just stopped caring. Like after Endgame, I just like kind of gave up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I watched some of the shows. Some of them were good. Some of them were not. Like Hawkeye was great. Loved Hawkeye. They've been pumping out so much content, and not all of it has been good. And the way that they've been handling the universe makes no sense to me, because every director has been on a different fucking like mindset and timeline, and like no one's in sync. And it's like, hey, if you want this to be super successful, you should probably have your creators like actually care about what else is going on. And like Fantastic Four, you could tell it was a love letter to Fantastic Four. How it connected to the MCU, he didn't really give a shit. He cared more about representing these characters in the best way, and it was successful, very successful. I think this is like the best. Like every Fantastic Four movie we've ever gotten has been bad. This one was not that. It was so good. It was so well shot. The designs of everything was fantastic, from like the costuming to the set deck to like just their characters. Like it was just so beautiful to see, and like I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. And I also just, the cast was so perfectly casted. Like I love Pedro Pascal like so much. I love I love him. I also love Joseph Quinn. Adore him. Was not an Eddie Munson head when that was going on. No, thank you. But him in A Quiet Place, 8. 8. I loved him in that movie so much. And I've seen a few other films that he's been in, and like he did so good in this as Johnny. He is a really funny person, and I don't think people realize that like he does have a really good knack for like comedy. And then you have Evan Backrack, who like he's in The Bear. The Bear was my introduction to him, and then I've seen other stuff that he's been in, and he also is an amazing comedian, and he was a perfect casting for The Thing. And I just love Evan Backrack. I think he's so talented, and I think he's an amazing person, and he's genuinely really funny. And so like I just thought that this cast was like great, and like the actress who played Sue, I have never seen her before, but she did phenomenal. And she's also just stunning, and she really like brought justice to the character. Like I loved it. I thought it was so good, and like I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Like I was like, okay, it's another Marvel film, and like, but no, it definitely is like the best one in the last few years of them putting stuff out. I'm not gonna lie. Like it did pretty, it was good. It was so good, and they're trying to pull it from theaters already because they're like, it's a flop. What? How are you calling it a flop? It was actually like successful. And the thing is, I think that like they're comparing it to, because there's been so many like summer blockbuster films that have come out. Like Superman came out, haven't seen it yet, I need to. That did really well. And then you had Jurassic Park World, whatever the fuck it's called, come out as well. That did really well. And what was the other one? Oh, and then like the F1 movie was like pulling in a lot of money. So it's like you had all of these films like happening, and like yeah, like another Marvel movie is like going to have to compete with all these other big budget films that are in theaters right now. So like obviously, but like it was still doing really well. And I'm just like, hello? Like why are you trying to say it was a flop? It hasn't even been in theaters for a month yet. Like, what are you talking about? Like, let people go and see it before you, like, pull. Like, the F1 film just left theaters. That came out back in, like, fucking May, I think. It's August. Hello? No, it came out in June. But, like, it was in theaters for a long time. Like, Superman came out before Fantastic Four. I think it's still in theaters right now. I need to go see it. It was so good. Fantastic Four was so good, and everyone's been saying that Superman is fantastic. I did go and see Weapons. That was phenomenal. If you have not seen Weapons, go and see Weapons, because it is like the peak of new thriller horror. I don't know what Zach Cregger puts in his movies, but like he just does such a good job. Like Barbarian was good. It was a weird film, but it was well shot and well executed, and Weapons like took that and like doubled it, and like the storyline and the way he laid it out in this was just so good. It was so good. Like I can't stop thinking about it. Like it was 2 hours long and didn't feel like that. It was an amazing movie. Go see Weapons if you're a thriller horror person. And then 2 days ago Taylor Swift announced a new album. I'm so excited. I already pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the album. The website crashed because there was a countdown on her website. Like, everyone knew it was TS12. Like, we all knew. But the website wasn't working, so I had to, like, go onto the Taylor Nation Instagram story, click the link from there, then to go and get the album. And I was waiting in line to check out for 30 minutes. But, like, the regular, like, web browser, like, link, like, crashed immediately. Like, so many people were sitting there waiting for it to, like, unlock or whatever. So I pre-ordered it. I'm so excited. It's orange. The orange I'm wearing is not in consensus with that, but, like, you know, I'm so excited for new Tay-Tay music, because I loved the Tortured Poets Department. I fell in love with it. I have the anthology. That's what she called it. The anthology. I own that. Anyway, so very excited. To be a fangirl right now is such a blessing. Like, it really is. Like, I love being a fangirl. I love, like, fan culture. I think it's so fun. Like, and it's so interesting to see how fan culture is different from, like, niche to niche. Like, from movies to, like, books to shows, and then you have, like, sports, too. Like, it's just so diverse. Like, fan culture is so fun, and, like, I love seeing it. And, like, I've always been that way. Like, I've always been a little fangirl. Like, my 5th birthday party was Harry Potter. Like, I was obsessed with Harry Potter. Fuck J.K. Rowling, but, like, that was, like, my first, like, fandom, I guess, growing up. And, like, I loved Narnia. Like, Narnia was one of my favorite franchises. Pirates of the Caribbean, same thing. Like, I've always, like, loved these, like, fandoms, I guess, is, like, and, like, subcultures and niches and everything. Just because, like, they're so fun. Like, they're so fun, and I love fan culture. I love being a fangirl. Like, it's just, like, there's this little community of people that all have, like, the same interests as me. And, like, I've met a lot of my friends through, like, fandom. Like, 3 of my closest friends that are my internet friends I've had for the longest time, like, we're our own little group, and like I've known them for almost 5 years, and we met because of the Hunger Games. Like that's just like that's just like the vibe, you know? Like it's just so I love it. And like I had a fandom account when I was 13. And it started off as a Maze Runner fan account. I'm exposing myself right now. And it was on Instagram, and like I was also on Tumblr. I didn't like Tumblr that much. Like I would scroll on Tumblr a lot, but I didn't post there. And I mainly posted on Instagram. But like I met people through my Instagram account, like, and it went from like being a Maze Runner. Okay, correction. It was a Maze Runner account, but it was mainly for Thomas Rhys Sangster, who played Newt in the Maze Runner movies. And eventually it turned into a multi-fandom account, so like had all of like the books, so like Maze Runner, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Mortal Instruments, like, and then I like you had shows like The Walking Dead and Gotham and like all these movies and stuff, and then like eventually like It and Stranger Things, and like it just slowly started like slowly progressed into what it was. And I ran it for so long. I think it wasn't until like I was in high school that like I stopped really posting on there. But like it like made up my middle school life. I made it when I was sick one week. I got really sick at the beginning of 6th grade. I had anxiety and didn't know. But I was sick for like a week. And I couldn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. So I made like this fan account because I was like obsessed with Once Upon a Time too. Once Upon a Time was in there as well. And so I made the fan account, and like Marvel and like Doctor Who, Super Hulock. That's like a sleeper agent word for me. Super Hulock, can I like wake up? But like I made this fan account, and like I started talking to people and like was posting stuff, and like became this like little niche thing. And I was sick, and like I was watching Dan and Phil videos the entire time that I was sick. Wow. This is like so 2010s. Like it's crazy. I think I'm gonna make a whole video talking about it, like the fan culture. But it's just such a special part in my heart. And like my TikTok kind of like is like a little fan. Like I talk about fandoms all the time, obviously. It's like made up most of my YouTube like channel. Like pop culture and fan culture is just so special to me, and I love it so much. And like I still read. Like I was a big reader when I was younger. I stopped reading when I was in high school because I just got busy. But I picked it up again once I was like out of college and everything. Hence the book talk content and everything. But yeah, right now it's like Marvel. I don't even want to say Marvel. It's Spider-Man at the moment. And then the new Tay album, and then you also have The Summer I Turned Pretty, or also known as The Summer I Plotted to Beat Jeremiah Fisher with a Bat. I hate him. I cannot express my disdain for Jeremiah Fisher correctly, I guess, is like the best way to put it. Like, I despise his character so much. And I've been simultaneously reading the books as the show is coming out. I haven't watched the new episode for today, but like he pisses me off so much. And like one of my friends is Team Jeremiah, and I'm like, girl, why? I like ask like she explained it to me and everything, but I'm just like, I cannot stand his ass. I'm sorry. I don't like cheaters, like no. Like I like he's just so fucking annoying. I no. No. But I've been reading more. I've been reading a lot of romance lately. It's so funny because like I'm reading between like romance and thriller. Like those are the two genres right now. They couldn't be more opposite of each other. Like they could not be more opposite of each other. But I'm reading Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry right now, and crying as I'm reading it because that woman, I don't know what the fuck how she is able to do it every time, but she does. She does. She keeps my hopeless romantic heart alive. Like, for real, for real. She really does. Like, I am a hopeless romantic, and, like, I have always been a lover girly. When it comes to, like, romance and stuff, like, I love love. It's so fun. Like, I love it so bad. Like, I love when people are in healthy, happy relationships. Like, it makes me happy, and it's like, one day that will be me. One day that will be me. But also, like, I hate when people, like, hold their feelings in. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when people are like, well, I like this person, I'm not gonna tell them. And it's like, why? We are on this planet for a set amount of time. Why the fuck would you not tell people how you feel? I don't know what that is with me. Like, I've always been very direct and very honest with, like, pretty much anyone, and I've gotten more that way as I've gotten older. Because as, like, growing up, like, I was bullied a lot in middle school because I was the weird fandom girl. I also had an emo phase. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to go further into that. But, at least not today. But I was bullied a lot in middle school, and then I eventually just, like, got to a point where I was like, I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. Because, like, I know who I am. I know how I want to be perceived. I have friends that give a shit about me. Why am I going to care what other people think about me? And so, like, I don't disregard people's feelings. I am very in tune with how people are feeling. I am a very emotional person myself. Like, I'm an Aries double Cancer. So, like, I cry over everything and my emotions are a lot. Like, they're a lot of the time. But it's like, I don't understand how people, like, just don't, like, say how you feel. Why do you give a shit what people are going to think? Like, say how you feel, do what you want to do, as long as the thing that you feel and want to say and want to do doesn't hurt anyone, physically, emotionally, whatever. Like, if you're not being a horrible person, like, do it. Like, why are you gonna hold yourself back? Like, I've always been I've always been the person to, like, be like, I have feelings for you. Always. I've always been that person. Like, I've always been like, hey, by the way, this is how I feel. Because, like, why am I gonna not tell you? You know what I mean? Like, why would I not say anything? Like, it doesn't do me any good. And I might as well just tell you. And then now you deal with that information how you will. Because I gave you everything I wanted to say. Your turn. like, I'm gonna be direct. I'm going to be, like, honest with them. And, like, that's just how it is. That's just how I am. Like, I don't understand how people, like, hold back. It's like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Holding back how you feel and what you want to do and, like, chasing your dreams and stuff, it does nothing but be an injustice to yourself. All you're doing is keeping yourself from living life to the fullest, and you shouldn't. You should just do the thing, dude. Just do the thing. If you want to start a business, go for it. You want to do content, fucking make it. Don't give a shit about what anyone is telling you, unless it's, like, obviously you're doing something wrong and, like, you're being a horrible person. Listen to that if multiple people are telling you the same thing. But, like, if you're making content, if you're, like, whatever you're doing is not causing harm to anyone and you're not being a hateful fucking piece of shit, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. Like, be yourself. I stopped caring what people think about me, like, a long time ago. And I just, like, yeah, obviously, like, I want to be liked. So I'm not going to be a horrible person. But I don't think I'm a horrible person. And I've had multiple people in my life tell me I am not a bad person. So it's like, you know, why am I going to hold myself back on how I feel about things? And, like, I'm gonna be direct, and I'm just gonna, like, take that chance and, like, whatever. Like, and that goes for, like, romantic love, platonic things, like, things I want to do with my life. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Because why wouldn't I? Like, that's an injustice to myself. If, like, I'm holding back on what I want to do and who I am and what I want to be. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Obviously, don't cause harm to other people, but, like, do the thing. You have this one life, and allegedly, none of us know what happens after. But it's like, live your life to the fullest at any expense. Like, it's just not the expense of others, but, like, don't hold yourself back. Like, don't stop yourself from telling someone how you feel towards them, or stop yourself from doing something new and branching out and getting out of your comfort zone, because you're just limiting yourself, and that's dumb. That's just stupid, in my opinion. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And if you're like, well, I don't want to do it because I think people are going to think I'm silly or cringe or whatever. Who fucking cares? Who cares? Just do the thing. I promise you're going to feel better if you just do it rather than overthinking. I promise. So, okay. I think that's all for me today. I did talk for a very long time. But yeah. I love you guys. I will hopefully be back soon. I'm trying to maintain this now. So, like, actually staying on top of it because I love doing this. And hopefully 2 new videos soon. shortly. My PC did fucking crap out the other day, so I gotta get it fixed before I can like fully edit anything again. So I'm gonna be using my work computer to get shit done. No one tell anyone, okay? Don't tell anybody that I'm using my work computer for this. Okay. I will see you guys soon. Bye!